So at last night's world premiere, is it Elgin or Elgin?
Elgin.
Elgin. He referred to you as Mick Jagger, and it's kind of fitting, given how your father has, worked with such amazing artists like David Bowie and Sade.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what you make of that statement.
I think I'm super flattered that Elgin thinks I'm a rock star.
Yeah.
I'd love to be a rock star, but I'm addicted to acting right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that me and Elgin just have this incredible relationship together. He's like my brother. He
Yeah.
really is. I couldn't live without him anymore, and my life's a better place with him in it. And I think him saying that is, I'm willing to take a risk for him. It's like, fuck it, dude. Just do what you gotta do to make a movie work. And
Yeah.
I think that to him is being a rock star, I think it's about having enough trust in somebody that you will go that extra mile to do whatever they need you to do, And I think we both jump in front of trains for each other, so.
And you've been working with him for 2 years to get this thing together,
Yeah,
right?
we've been hanging
So
out.
how did you guys, why did this all come about?
Originally, I got sent the script because they were going to do a thing at the Sundance Lab here,
Yeah.
a little test thing with it, and I read it, and I was just like, wow. And then I then went and met with Elgin, and I sat down with him for about an hour. It could have gone on for 5 hours, literally. When you just meet someone and it's like love at first sight, you're like, yep, and I'm ready, let's do this. And then I got a phone call like a week later, and he called me, my agent called me. They were like, they really want you to do it, and they want you to choose which role you want to play. So, and I was definitely more of a Lily. And then it was just so exciting to sit down at this cafe with him, our favorite cafe, Red 62, and just talk through this character and make her come to life. And she kind of became my best friend in a weird way. It was cool.
Well, speaking of Lily, she's a runaway. I saw Dirty Girl in Toronto,
Yeah.
and she's a runaway like your character in that film. And you kind of have a tendency to always play either really, really fractured characters or characters who are not runaways, but like troublemakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Dirty Girl and Danielle from Dirty Girl and Lily from Little Birds, they're runaways, but in a very different way. I think, Danielle's kind of not really a runaway. She was looking for her dad, and she's looking for a happy life. Lily's going out, and she thinks she's a fucking adult. She thinks she can do whatever she wants, and the world fucking shows her she can't. You have to be, there's a reason why adulthood comes when it does, and why you have parents, and why they take care of you. And, she makes a big mistake in that. She is very naive about what the world can throw at you. And I don't think Danielle from Dirty Girl is as naive about that. I think she's, you know what I mean? Danielle's gonna be fine. Danielle's gonna be fine. She's gonna fucking win it over and be okay and live. I think Lily's gonna end up going back to a trailer park and having a baby really young, and I think and that's why I was so excited to play Lily, because I think she's such a complicated little being, because she's so fragile yet she's so fucking feisty. And she's and if I knew her, I wouldn't let her leave my side. I want to just. It's a bit like kind of Angelina Jolie and Girl Interrupted. That kind of, if you met that character, all you'd want to do is take care of her and make her better. And I kind of feel that with Lily, because she's a time bomb kind of about to explode. And it was so scary playing that role in a weird way, because I obviously knew what was going to happen. And I think that every decision Lily makes, you see the consequence leading to another bad decision. And then she kind of brings everything on herself. So when it finally comes to that horrid end scene where she's left on her own and she's fucking thrown on the bed and having her shorts ripped off, it's like she's just lying there and she's like, I kind of brought this on myself. And to feel like that as a 15-year-old girl and just feel so alone and feel like you just blew it big time. So I do think that they're very different characters. They definitely are running away from something, but I also think that Lily isn't necessarily running towards anything.
Yeah.
She doesn't know where the fuck she's going.
Yeah.
She just wants out. you know.
And you're 21 yourself, right?
Yeah.
And
I
Lily's
just
15. Did you shoot this last year or?
Yes, I shot this last late spring.
Late spring. So are you kind of really, really edging towards playing more adult roles from now on, or do you like revisiting?
You know what's exciting
teenage
actually
sex?
is because everyone thinks I'm 16.
Yeah, totally.
But I just hopefully gonna do a movie where I'm gonna play a 25-year-old. Yes.
Which one? Oh, hopefully. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I like playing teenagers because I'm definitely still such a child at heart.
Yeah.
I've still got so much. You know, it's interesting when you're in this business because you have to be so savvy and grown up about like a certain amount of things, but then you also can be such a child because so many people help you do things. So it's this kind of weird oxymoron of being an adult child. And I'm fascinated about being a teenager. I had an interesting teen life. I went through a bunch of different emotions, and it's just a time in your life where I think you're like, what the fuck is going on with me, you know? And I think as long as I can still play that, I kind of like to because I think people can relate to it. You
And
know?
you kind of grew up in the spotlight. I mean, you started out as a child actress, right?
I didn't, not as a child actually.
Yeah.
I booked my first movie when I was 16.
Yeah.
Then it kind of all took off from there, and it's kind of I have an obsession with make believe. I love, I'm constantly creating my own scenarios and situations. Sorry, I'm vibrating, and so it's kind of the perfect thing for me because I can live in my own world kind of all the time, and I like that. I know reality is important, but it's kind of more awesome to be in a made-up reality.
Yeah. Do you remember what age, like, you kind of told your family that you wanted to pursue
what? This is
acting?
going to sound so pretentious,
Yeah.
but I don't mean it to. When my parents lived in LA for a while, and I have this vivid memory of being about 3.5, 4 years old, and we had this big striped couch, and I was laying on it, and my dad showed me the Jean Cocteau Beauty and the Beast, La Belle et la Bête, and there's that moment, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and there's one moment where the Beast, hi! Call me later, will you? Where the Beast carries Belle through this room, and her clothes just change. And I remember being like, that's magic. I want to be in movies. I want to make movies. And then I kind of have always. I mean, my parents are in the business, so it's like I definitely was born bitten by the bug. But I think I dawdled with other things too. I want to design lingerie. I love lingerie. I have a fascination with lingerie, especially as a woman. It's very powerful, your lingerie. But I think I always wanted to. When I told my parents, they were like, "Oh no, dude, you're gonna be unemployed and miserable. But give it a while. If you're gonna go do it, go see how many other people want to be actresses too." And then I think, they kind of were like, "Oh wow, maybe she was meant to do this."
So given that, are you kind of surprised at the success you've also had stateside? I mean, like last year you nabbed all these roles in all these indie films, and you're labeled the indie it girl.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't like. I can't. It blows my mind, and But I love to work. I just never want to stop working, and I love making independent films. It's like having a family, and it breaks your heart every time it's over. But I think, I mean, I don't really know what any of that kind of like indie girl and all that. I don't really know what that means. It's so nice to have that said about you, but it's just like I just want to keep working. I want to work all the time.
And you have the 3D Musketeers coming up,
Yeah.
which you just wrapped, correct?
I did that. I just wrapped another movie actually that I did in New Orleans, and before that, I wrapped Three Musketeers.
So was this kind of a bid for you to kind of break into the mainstream, or did you just see it as a great role that you wanted to?
For me, it's about who I'm going to be working with and what kind of role it is. And Mila Jovovich is one of my favorite people in the world. She's been so kind to me, and I would jump on any opportunity to work with her. I was playing Queen France. When am I ever going to be able to play a queen again? It was amazing, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was just such a good time, and I've been doing all these serious movies, playing these fucking disturbed little girls, and then to suddenly be this like powerhouse queen. It was, I like that. It's good. It changed turned it around, you know? I love that, so...
And how long are you here in Sundance for?
I'm actually staying for a while. I'm staying for the full week. I want to see some movies.
Well, yeah, and you got Kaboom here
movies.
too, as well.
Yeah.
And you've been kind of touring that on the press circuit for like the past year or so because it played at Cannes and it played in Toronto.
Last year I was very busy. I was shooting all year. I did 5 movies, and so I couldn't be a part of the press for Kaboom. So that's another reason why I'm so fucking happy that I'm here, because it was so much fun promoting that movie with those people.
Yeah.
I had a great time making that movie, and I haven't seen them since. So it's like,
What's it like to have 2 films in the festival?
mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's a little overwhelming because you have to stay up so late and then get up so early. You're like, which movie am I talking about today? Okay, right, that one. Are we doing it? You know, no.
Yeah.
But like, it's great. You know, people are so. Everyone. What's so nice about being here is everyone just seems so excited to be here. There's such a good energy. You know, and people are just so excited about all the movies, and it's my first time at Sundance, so it's like an explosion for me. But I'm really proud of both of the movies. I think they're really different from one another, and I think like. I'm really honored to be here. I think it's super cool being here.
Great.
Yeah.
That's everything. Well, thanks so
Pleasure
much,
to meet
Juno.
you.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you
everything.
so much. Thank you.
Thanks.